Marilyn, can you hear me?
I can hear. Yes, indeed. I can hear you. You can hear me. Let's pin both of us.
Yeah.
All right. So let's check Facebook and see. So I'm streaming live on my
It
Facebook
looks
page.
like. Mhm.
So that way you can just tap it and share it anywhere. Yep. There you go. We're live, lady, and we can be heard. We can be seen. So right now I'm taking this and I'm going to share it. So I am sharing it in the women's group. I'm sharing it in Rhema. You can share it on your page, or if you go to my page, you can go ahead and hit share, and then you can be live on your page in real time. And we can also respond on our cell phones to anybody who wants to chat back. We've got 2 people watching,
Okay.
3 people watching. Hello, everybody on
Okay.
If you know anything about me and Katia, we are persistent. We do not
Yes.
quit, y'all. We
No.
do not quit. I'm telling you. And that's the kind of women you want on your team. You want the kind of women who go over it, under it, above it, or through it. You want those kind of women who see the goal and stop at just about anything, and who would do almost anything, long as it's godly and legal, to get the job done, right? So welcome everybody again. Welcome everybody in the Black Women's Financial Advisors Coaching Group. Welcome everybody who's in Rhema Financial Solutions Group. Welcome everybody who's on my Facebook page, everybody, family and friends. Welcome. Did you get a chance to share it on your page as well, Katia?
What did you say?
Did you get a chance to share it on your page as well?
Yes, I did. I just shared it on mine.
Wonderful. Welcome everybody who's Katia's family and friends. Welcome from Virginia.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for sticking in there with me.
Yeah. Welcome from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And welcome from
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington, North Carolina. Listen,
Wilmington.
listen, without further delay, since our Wi-Fi is a little shaky up and down, we're going to do this. We're going to do this in about 15 minutes. You think we could do this in 15 minutes, Kati?
Yes, I can repeat what I said because I'm still got the same passion I did when I said it the first time.
So let me go ahead and
do it, ladies.
Yes, let me go ahead and do a quick introduction. This is Katia Blevins. Her and I met here on Facebook. I have an AI system that actually reached out to her. We connected. She was doing final expense. She said, Rochelle, I'm interested in Index Universal Life and how to do good policies for people in my age group. I think that that's a better policy for myself, for my family, and for my clients. So we began to train together. Katia came into the business with me, and in 2 weeks, she was promoted from financial associate to senior financial associate, which is a 15% promotion in 2 weeks. And now she's dead shot on for senior manager. She brought in her father. She brought in her daughter. They work together as a dynamic power family team. She's licensed in several different states. She has a master's degree in psychology and social work, and she brings that personal touch that only a social worker can to financial coaching. So listen, if you need life insurance, if you're interested in tax-free retirement planning, annuities, or Index Universal Life, reach out to Katia. She is an amazing, amazing broker, licensed with, appointed with several different companies, and she can help anyone of any health and any interest in this space. All right. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you Miss Katia Blevins.
Thank you. Oh, now that you guys can hear me. Hey, we had to do the read up, so we're good. Little technical difficulties. What I want to talk about is Medical Information Bureau. It is your medical credit score. Did you even know about the MIB? What's to MIB? So we know about experience.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna jump in. So Katya's
What's on there.
Uh-oh.
And what I was talking about earlier is how important insurance is to get while you're young, because health is wealth. So we're talking about me versus when I was 20, when I first got married in my 20s. And if I would have thought about it, hey, let's get insurance. But of course, you work different jobs, and the job has your insurance because that's what you think. Oh, I got these policies, they come with living benefits. Read several times, all sorts of things. That is taken into consideration also. So they look at all of that. So if I'm going to give you living benefits could be chronic, critical. We have the times part of it too. So if these insurance companies are going to insure your life, they want to know what kind of life have you lived. And it is important that we start early, because as life's things happen, our medical, our credit, our driving record, all that is now considered. And here I am in my 40s saying, you know what? I think I want to get life insurance, because we start thinking about it. We're being more responsible. 30s too, whatever. And we try to do the right thing, but we didn't take consideration. What is my medical credit? What is it? What's my MIB score? What is that? Didn't think about it, but you paid those car notes on time. You did all of that, but did you take care of your health? What part of that? It all plays into it. So I just want to take this time to educate people the importance of not just getting life insurance later, getting it early. And not only early, while you're going through your life, remember, your life is also a credit score. And that's what it rolls down to, your social security number, your life, your medical information bureau, that's your credit score. So living a healthy lifestyle, making those right choices, not drinking and driving, slowing down. Because if you're a speeder, maybe this guy will get in an accident, in coma, we got to pay this, we got to pay critical. All of that's considered. Nobody tells you that. They tell you about your regular credit, but they don't tell you those sides. And once I heard and really learned and get it in my soul, I'm like, I am telling everybody, make sure you got good medical credit, not just financial. So, Michelle,
Katya, I love that.
do you have any insight and anything on that? I've been talking a lot.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Getting this information out and never receive what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Katya, I love the new perspective you brought to this industry. I've been in the industry since the early 1990s. And in my entire career, all of the hundreds, maybe even thousands of people and agents that I have encountered, I have never heard anyone in our industry tell people to be mindful of your medical credit. That is something that God gave to you, unique. It's a special sauce. And listen, everybody, she is absolutely right. We have to mind our medical credit. The Medical Information Bureau, just as Katya says, takes note of everything that goes on our medical credit. If there's something called the prescription drug database, so every time you get a prescription from a doctor, that is loaded on into the Medical Information Bureau. And when you go to apply for car insurance, health insurance, or life insurance, they check the Medical Information Bureau and rate you accordingly. So as your weight goes up, your BMI, basal metabolic index, your body fat mass to height, even your zip code, all the tests that you do, all of that is being recorded. And unfortunately, it can and will be used against you when purchasing any type of life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance when it comes to what rating you get. So we need to admonish our young people to get high cash value life insurance and get it young.
Now let me see how.
So I want to introduce this thought to you. I got an Index Universal Life on Solomon. I took it out during the beginning of the pandemic, and Solomon was 12 years old. So I got him $100,000 Index Universal Life. I started with $50 a month. And with this policy, you can overfund it. So then I now have it at $100 a month. But every time I get paid, we get paid weekly in the insurance business. I take 10% of everything I earn and I divide it between our 3 policies. And I set money aside inside of Solomon's policy. So now it has plenty of cash value that's sitting there. So, emergencies have just come up. I mean, I just got my car out of the impound lot just yesterday. Somebody came and towed my car away. And you all know that costs buku money. So, but I was able to go into my emergency savings and get my car out. So emergencies come up and we have to dip back into our savings. But guess whose savings was never touched? Solomon's. It's privately set aside in an Index Universal Life growing there, so that when he hits age 18, he'll have over $6,000 to $10,000 tax-free that he can borrow from the policy and keep that $6,000 growing. So imagine this, at age 18, we will borrow $6,000 to $10,000 out. We'll buy him his dream car, right? And the $6,000 will stay in the policy and continue to grow. So we never touch the $6,000. We borrow from the life insurance company. Then we'll just pay back $100 a month, and we have 13 months to pay back what we borrowed, right? So we have to maybe like chuck $300, $400, $500 in there. And if we don't get it all back, it'll decrease the life insurance. So they're using your life insurance as collateral. So if you don't pay back your loan, it'll decrease the life insurance. But guess what? You're paying yourself back, right? So we need to teach our children infinite banking, how to use other people's money and keep their money growing, and how to use your life insurance as collateral for a loan. This is huge, you guys. So now my son is covered. I can go back to his policy. He's 15, 20, and I can go back and increase his life insurance to $250,000 at excellent health, right? Because he has superb health. So now, as my son grows older, I give him this policy. He's 20, 21, 22 years old. He has $250,000 in assets. So he can start his life at age 18, 19, 20, when he graduates from college, with in the plus, with at least $250,000 worth of assets, because cash value life insurance is an asset. You can use it when you're buying property. They ask you how much cash value life insurance you have, how much cash value you have. So we need to start thinking outside of the box when it comes to life insurance on young people. Get yourself $250,000, $500,000. Do as the Rockefellers do, which is the book get $500,000, $250,000 on the children. Get as much as you can. Help them grow their assets. Get their savings out of your bank account so that you don't spend it when the tow man comes and tows away your car. Get their money out of your bank account and out of your pocket. Get your hands out of the young people's pocket. Get it on yourself as young as you can, and let's go. So what's your feedback, Katia? What's your feedback
That
on
is
that?
real. That is so real. That is so real. And I appreciate you putting it out, like stepping it out there. Me talking about the medical credit and then you coming back and being real about this is how we do it. And that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have got to get a plan. Stop waiting, stop thinking it's not going to happen. One thing is for sure, and two things are for certain. We all have a date.
Woo,
Are we leaving dollars or are we leaving debt? And
woo.
that is real. That is real. I am in a point in my life where I want to leave not just all the wonderful memories for my kids, but also making sure that they're not so burdened down with the finances because I didn't get anything, and then they're sitting, my income is gone, and then they can't even talk about the damn memories because they're worried about the rent.
There you go.
So you know what I'm saying? Let's make sure that we are covered, and not just for burial people. Life insurance is for the living. We have got to understand this and wrap our minds around this. This is so vital and it's so important. This is legacy building we're talking about. This is not something that we're just willy-nilly. And now that I've literally gotten it into my soul, I will talk about this. I will scream about this. You will be seeing me post about this because it is that important. We can't just sit back and sit inside and think we're going to retire well. Our kids are going to be cared for. We are one accident away from a devastation. What do you have in place? Be honest with yourself today. At the end of the day, sit back and say, what do I have? If I die today, how long can my family give me? Because they have the income too. Or are they gonna get the 2 to 3 weeks they got and then have to turn around and go back to work? That's what I want to make sure, that they're cared for, that they have the time to grieve. Don't do that. It's not about burial, it's about everything. Long term. We're so short-sighted. We're here, we don't see all of that's around us. So let's take real account of that and sit back today and take evaluation of our lives. If I were to die tomorrow, tonight, whatever, will my family be covered? Are they going to be okay? So that's where I want to end.
Can you guys hear the passion that Katia has? The business is in your soul, and I love the way you use your social work skills to bring that power and passion and tenderness to this business. We so appreciate that you made it. You counted it an advantage. You heard the calling, and you came into this industry. Katia, I love the idea of medical credit. Listen, you all, while you have good health, while you have good medical credit, lock in your cash value, high cash value life
Yes.
and let it grow. Get individual policies on your children, get individual policies on your grandchildren, grandma, and those grandparents who had the idea to buy those little $1, $2 a month Gerber Grow Up plans and Globe Life plans. They had the right idea. They were thinking they were passing on a legacy to their grandchildren. But let me give you this nugget. Those $1 and $2 Gerber, Globe Life, those whole life plans, those are not cash value plans. They only pay about 2% interest. And if you only put in $2 a month, You only put in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, less than $100 a year, and you earn 2 cents on it. It is absolutely impossible for your child to have enough money to go to college, let alone get a cheeseburger by the time they're 16 years old. So our grandparents had the right idea, but they had the wrong product. Again, they had the right idea, but they had the wrong product. Now we have high cash value, dividend paying whole life, and we have index universal life, where we can mirror the stock market with no losses. Again, we can mirror the stock market and take no losses and grow true wealth for our children. One last thing, Katya, I'm going to say, the Bible says a good man or woman leaves an inheritance for their children's children. I'm going to say it again slow. For all of you who are Christians and believe in one God or Bible or the Quran, it's New Testament, it's Old Testament. God says it more than one time so that everybody who believes in one God can hear. And I'm going to say it again. It says a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. God wants us to think generational wealth, not just about our children, but our grandchildren. And in most cases, that is $1 million in assets or more. We need to think large, think abundantly, see it big, do the best you can with the dollars you have, and God will make sure they multiply. All right. So I kind of went spiritual on you. Guys know I'm Rhema. So Rhema means just what it is. So God's wisdom is always coming out of me. So Katya, I love the medical credit. To close us out, Katya, do you have anything that you want to say to close us out? Bring us on home.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What I want to say to you after when I was saying earlier, if you sit down and you really truly say, I don't, if I were to die today, tomorrow, whatever, what would I be leaving my children? What is going to happen? Do I have a legacy? Am I building a legacy? If the answer is no, my number is 910-627-0340. I am licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Maryland. So
Can
even
you
if you just
repeat
want to
that?
call it out,
I'm going to type it in the chat. Go ahead and repeat it.
Okay,
Repeat.
it is 910-627-0340.
0340. So 910-627-0347. Boom. All right. So I dropped it in the chat so people can reach out to you. Is there any other contact information that you want me to drop in the chat?
Yes, you can also see, and I'll put a few of my links in there.
Okay.
But I'm going to put
All right. So I think, Katya, our Wi-Fi is kind of acting kind of interesting here. Can you guys?
changes.
There we go. You froze for a minute there. I think you came back. All right.
Yes,
So listen, thank you for joining our 2 p.m. podcast today. All things work together for the good for those who are called and who are called according to God's purpose. The steps of a good man and woman are ordered by the Lord. We were unable to stream live in the women's group. We had all kinds of challenges, Wi-Fi, but I do believe that the good Lord above wanted us to stream live on our personal pages so that we reach more people. All right. So Katya, love and blessings to you from Virginia Beach, Virginia, all the way to Wilmington, North Carolina. Kiss. Mwah, mwah. And I know that you'll be getting some from phone calls. And I'm so blessed and honored that you decided to be business partners with me. All right. Love and
Thank you.
blessings, ladies.
I appreciate you.
Continue to type your questions in the chat. Katya and I will be
Yes.
monitoring the chat all day long, and we promise to reach back out to you. Love and blessings.